Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. It's Raj here, and in today's video we are talking about differences in the education system in the US and the UK. So, whenever students decide that they want to go to study abroad, the main two countries that come to their mind are the US and the UK, and they just can't seem to decide where to go. In this video, I'm going to be laying out the points which will help you decide yourself which place is more suitable for you. I'm going to be walking through the different factors, different ways in which you can differentiate the countries based on the education systems, and it'll be very clear to you by the end of the video which place is actually right for you. So if you want to actually gain insights from this video, please make sure that you watch till the end. According to Times Higher Education rankings, of the top 200 universities in the world, more than 100 are from the US and the UK combined. So it is no doubt that the US and the UK are currently leading in the education industries worldwide because of their leading research, teaching technologies and whatnot. So many people will get confused where to go because both of the countries are equally good in their education systems. So the first point of differentiation between the education systems is the length of time of study. Now, for a bachelor's degree in the UK, the degree is going to be in 3 years. So the degree, your bachelor's degree or your undergraduate degree is going to be completed within 3 years. In the US, however, an undergraduate degree lasts a total of 4 years. For masters in America or in the US, a master's degree is 2 years and a master's degree in the UK is only 1 year. A PhD in the US can be 5 to 7 years or even longer than that if you fail to get the PhD. And in the Britain, it's going to be 3 years for your PhD. So the second point of differentiation when it comes to the education systems is the style of teaching or is the style of learning. In the US, you have a more free style of learning. For example, even if you're taking a science major, for example, you're majoring in computer science, you might as well take classes in humanities or you might take classes in social science. It is completely up to you if you want to widen your horizons. But in the UK, if you choose a major, for example, if you're doing computer science, you can only take classes related to that subject, and there are some optional classes, but it is not as varied as it is in the US. So you are stuck down to your major. One more thing. In the US, the first year of college is what they call an exploring year, in which you can explore the various majors and the various classes that the university has to offer. So in the US, you are admitted to the college or you're admitted to the university. For example, if you have been accepted to Stanford University, for the first year you can go to any class and you can register for any classes and you can try and see what you're liking and what you're not. And from the second year onwards, you stick to one major. But in the UK, you have to choose while applying which major you have to apply to. So for example, if you want to go to Oxford University, you have to choose before applying which course you're going to be studying. So there's no flexibility in terms of that. Of course, in the UK, if you go there and if you do not find the subject that you've chosen to be enjoyable or you're not enjoying that, you can obviously change the subject, but it is a hectic process, whereas in the UK, it is streamlined into their core curriculum. Another thing is about depth and breadth. Now, in the UK, your courses are going to be more depth-based. For example, I'm going to be studying physics in the UK. Now, as I'm studying physics, in the UK, the subject is going to be in-depth. That means they are going to go into the depths of physics. That is, they're going to focus on one particular field and they'll go down till the depth of it and they'll make you understand everything related to it and you'll have to learn everything related to that. In the US, however, they are focused more on breadth. So in the 4 years of college in the US, you're going to be learning many different things, but you're not going to be specializing in one thing. So for example, if you're doing a computer science major, and let's say there are 100% of classes, about 70% classes will be of computer science, but 30% classes you will be free to choose, and you'll be doing social science, you'll be doing humanities and that, and whatnot, it's up to you. But again, your focus will not be in depth of computer science, it will be on breadth. That means you'll learn a lot of concepts, but you'll not learn very much in depth of all the concepts, unlike in the UK. So that's one reason why the courses in the UK are only 3 years, because they are going in depth of one particular subject and that can be done in 3 years, whereas in the US, you're learning a variety of subjects for 4 years, so it obviously is going to take some time. Now let's talk about assignments and how you're graded in the US. Now in the US, throughout the year, you're going to be having constant written examinations, constant essays, constant semesters, constant presentations. which will give you your final grades. In the UK, however, the exams are more like they are in India. Of course, there will be essays and written coursework, dissertations, etc. But on top of that, you'll have more weightage on your examinations, which is your written examination. So that is where they differentiate in terms of grading. One more thing before we go into the cost of attendance is the sports culture. Now, of course, in the UK, most of the universities have their student unions, and there are many clubs. For example, if you are a cricket fanatic or if you play cricket, there are cricket clubs for you where you can join people who play cricket as well, and you can compete in local level tournaments or even state level tournaments. But in the US, sports is a huge culture. Of course, you won't find a lot of cricket and soccer over there, but the other sports, that is the American football, the basketball, all of this is really major, because most of the athletes in the US, for example, the basketball stars that you see in NBA, etc., they are recruited from colleges. So colleges is the gateway to professional sports in the US. So the sports culture in the US is very vibrant. So you'll see college rivalries. For example, Stanford and UC Berkeley have a huge rivalry in terms of sports. So every year I don't know exactly when they come to play, but whenever they come to play a game of American football, the stadiums are full, and each college has got their own huge stadiums. So the sports culture is lacking a bit in the UK, but again, the academic culture is very much focused in the UK. In terms of living situation, there won't be a lot of differences, but usually you'll find that in the UK, students tend to have a bedroom to themselves, whereas in the US, you'll at least have one roommate. This is completely variable. It depends upon the university. Now let's get to the last topic, but the most important topic that might be hovering over your head: the cost of attendance. If you want a one-word answer, or if you want a short answer, US is definitely more expensive than the UK, but UK by no means is cheap. So if you're going to study abroad, it demands a huge financial investment. But if you're willing to go to the US, the financial investment will be higher. Why? So let's break down the fees from two of the top universities in both the countries. First of all, let's look at Harvard. Harvard University is obviously, as you all know, is considered one of the best universities in the whole world. At Harvard, your complete expenses for 1 year, including your tuition fee, including your living expenses, including your daily expenses, will come down to somewhere around 78,000 US dollars, which roughly translates to 56 to 57 lakh Indian rupees. In the UK, I'm looking at Oxford right now, if the fees at Oxford range from about £27,000 to £39,000. So if you take a median, let's agree on £32,000, which roughly translates to 32 lakh Indian rupees. And on top of that, living fees at Oxford for a complete year can be about 10 lakh Indian rupees or £10,000, which takes your total yearly investment to 42 lakhs. So if you're accepted to both Oxford and Harvard, Oxford will be a cheaper option for you. But again, the focus on studies in Oxford is going to be way more than it is at Harvard. Now here I just took the examples of top tier colleges. If you're going to look at the median, even then, the US will be costlier for you. So in conclusion, there is no one better place than the other if you want to study abroad. Both the US and the UK have their advantages and both have their disadvantages. Now it depends on the particular person that is applying to the university. Me personally, I knew that UK was the right choice for me because of the depth of studies. Because I did not want to go over a lot of subjects in the span of 4 years. I wanted to focus especially on physics. So that is why UK was a no-brainer for me. But for you, it might be different. It is completely dependent on the person. So do not make a hasteful decision when you're trying to decide where to study. Look at all the options carefully. I'll put down some links in the description below where you can go through all the options, where you can go through all the universities. You can compare the universities that you're looking at from both the places, and then you can make a very good decision for yourself. So that's it from my end for today, guys. I'll be back again shortly with another video. Until then, stay tuned.